What if I told you that a 1971 Eisenhower dollar, a coin that millions of people spent, saved, or found in piggy banks, could secretly be worth hundreds, thousands, or even life-changing money? What if that quarter-sized heavy silver dollar in your change jar wasn't just $1, but perhaps $1, 000, $10, 000, or even more? Yes, we're talking about a coin that millions thought was ordinary, but in the right form, it can be astonishingly valuable. Today you're going to learn, fire the incredible history of the 1971 Eisenhower dollar, fire why some versions are special and mysterious, fire how mistake coins can skyrocket in value, fire how to identify rare varieties yourself, fire actual auction sales and record prices, fire why this coin still excites collectors of all ages. If you stay with me until the end, you may never look at old coin jars the same way again. Let's get into it. The Eisenhower dollar was the first large-sized dollar coin produced by the U.S. Mint since the peace dollar ended in 1935. It was introduced in 1971 to honor Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th President of the United States and World War II general. In the late 1960s, the U.S. Mint was looking for a successor to the unpopular dollar coins. The Susan B. Anthony dollar, introduced in 1979, had not yet existed at this time, and larger dollar coins were largely absent from circulation. At the same time, the Apollo moon landings, 1969, and military history made Eisenhower a patriotic choice for a national coin. Designers decided to heavy checkmark feature Eisenhower on the obverse, heavy checkmark feature the Apollo 11 mission insignia on the reverse, and so the 1971 Eisenhower dollar was born. Here's what a standard 1971 Eisenhower dollar should be. Obverse, front Dwight D. Eisenhower, reverse, back Apollo 11 mission insignia, eagle landing on the moon, composition, clad copper-nickel outer layers with a pure copper core, weight, 22.68 grams diameter, 38.1 mm edge, reeded designer, Frank Gasparo, and the key mint marks are no mint mark. Philadelphia, D. Denver, S. San Francisco. These coins were produced for circulation, collectors, and special proof sets. The 1971 Eisenhower dollar is special for several reasons. The Eisenhower dollar was the first dollar coin of a modern era, preceding the Susan B. Anthony, Sacagawea, and presidential dollars. The reverse design celebrated the Apollo 11 moon landing, a defining moment in history, and the coin is the only circulating U.S. coin to depict that event. The $1,971 was struck in heavy checkmark business strike, regular issue for circulation, heavy checkmark proof strike, collector versions, heavy checkmark special silver issues, 1971, S in 40% silver. These variations create multiple markets and value tiers. Because of its size, design, and place in history, the Eisenhower dollar has been widely collected since the day it was released, and the 1971 issue always attracts attention. Let's break down the real value ranges based on documented pricing trends and auction results. Source: collector price guides and public sales. Most 1971 Eisenhower dollars from circulation are modestly valuable. Condition: typical value good, G, $1, $2 fine, F, $2, $3 extremely fine, XF, $3, $5 about uncirculated, AU, $5, $8. Most circulated coins are just a few dollars. These coins are simply not rare. But there are layers of value above this. When a coin is uncirculated, showing no wear, its value increases. Grade: typical market value MS $60.08, $15 MS $63.15, $35 MS $65.40, $75 MS $66.100, $200 plus MS $67, $400, $1,200 plus in rare examples MS $68.2, for $1,000 plus in elite pieces. The higher the grade, the exponentially higher the value. This is where serious money starts. Collectors also highly prize proof coins, which were made specifically for collector sets. Proof 1971 Eisenhower dollar. Typical values: PF 65, $15, $30 PF 67, $80, $150 PF 68, $300, $900 plus PF 69 plus, $1,500 to $5,000 plus for the best cameo or deep cameo examples. Provenance: high-grade proofs can command serious premiums. Some 1971 Eisenhower dollars were struck in 40% silver at San Francisco, primarily for collectors. Silver-clad proof 1971 S, $20 to $60. Typical silver proof 1971 S in top grade, $100. $600 plus high-grade silver proofs in cameo finishes can sell for $500 to $3,000 plus in rare cases. These silver versions are sought after because silver content and visual appeal further boost collector interest. Despite being one of the most common modern U.S. dollar coins, the 1971 Eisenhower dollar holds a few mysteries that keep collectors Engaged, some coins are varieties, intentional mint differences, while others are true errors, unintentional mistakes. Knowing the difference is critical to determining value. Unlike the 1971 silver business strikes of later years, only some collector strikes contain 40% silver, confusing novice collectors who assume all old Eisenhowers must be silver. Some 1971 coins have subtle die flaws that appear to be errors, but are actually varieties caused by worn or slightly altered dies. Natural toning and rainbow surfaces can dramatically affect value, sometimes adding hundreds or even thousands if the eye appeal is strong. These factors ensure the 1971 Eisenhower dollar never gets boring. Now let's get to the exciting part, the errors and rarities that really drive price spikes. This error is one of the most collectible types on Eisenhower dollars. Look for heavy checkmark doubling on Liberty, heavy checkmark doubling on In God We Trust, heavy checkmark doubling on the date minor doubling. $100, $400 strong doubling in high grade. $1,500, $8,000 plus MS67 plus DDO. $10,000 plus in rare auctions. The key is sharp, visible doubling, not just ghosting or machine doubling. This error happens when coins are accidentally struck on a blank intended for another denomination or composition. Example: heavy checkmark 1971 Eisenhower struck on smaller coin blank, heavy checkmark Eisenhower struck on foreign planchet $10,000, $50,000 plus. Depending on rarity and provenance, these error coins are true mints mistakes and highly prized. Coins struck off the center can show missing portions of the design. 15% off center, $50, $15020, 40% off center, $200, $80050% plus off center with clear date, $1,500, $600 plus. The more dramatic the off center, the higher the value. A broad strike occurs when the coin expands outward beyond its normal diameter due to collar failure. $150, $900 plus based on severity and grade. These are caused by worn dies that flake or crack, leaving raised lines or blobs on the coin. Large, obvious cuts. $200, $200 extensive die cracks. $150, $800 plus. Collectors like dramatic errors. These occur when a coin is stuck more than once without ejecting. $1,000, $12,000 plus based on severity and appeal. Coins with legend or mint mark shifts are sometimes discovered, often in cabinet collections. $2,000, $15,000 plus, depending on rarity. These also require grading for confirmation. Here's your coin hunter checklist. No mint mark equals Philadelphia, D equals Denver, S equals San Francisco. Silver collector strikes generally come from the S mint. Use a loupe or magnifying glass. Heavy checkmark, look for lettering doubling. Heavy checkmark, look for missing design elements. Heavy checkmark, check for unusual surfaces. A standard clad Eisenhower dollar should be small blue diamond weight, 22.68 G, small blue diamond diameter, 38.1 mm. Differences can indicate error. Planchets do not clean old coins. Cleaning destroys value and destroys collector appeal. Grading can double or triple market value. Here are some real, documented auction results. Money bag $10,400 plus at a major auction. Money bag approaching $25,000 plus. What if I told you that a simple 2004 Wisconsin quarter, a coin you may have spent at a vending machine or found deep in a drawer, could secretly be worth hundreds, thousands, or more? Most people think it's just a 25-cent coin. But what some collectors know is far more exciting. A rare variety of the 2004 Wisconsin quarter, with an extra leaf on the corn stalk, has sold at auction for $6,000 and continues to be one of the most famous modern state quarter rarities ever discovered. Some versions have sold for thousands of dollars, while even common uncirculated examples can fetch premiums if graded by PCGS or NG. In this video, I'll take you through Rocket, the true history of the coin Rocket, what makes this quarter special, and Mysterious Rocket, the error and variety coins worth money. Rocket, how to identify the rare versions yourself. Rocket, actual auction sales and record prices. Most importantly, how you might have one waiting in your pocket change. Stay until the end, because you'll want to check every coin you own after the from 1999 to 2008. The U.S. Mint released a series of quarters to celebrate all 50 states. Each design honors a unique aspect of a state's history, culture, or identity. The 2004 Wisconsin State Quarter was the 30th design released in this series. The 2004 Wisconsin Quarter officially entered circulation on October 25, 2004. Obverse, front heavy checkmark features a profile of George Washington. Like all modern quarters, heavy checkmark, Liberty, heavy checkmark. In God We Trust, heavy checkmark, year 2004. Reverse, back heavy checkmark, a Holstein cow's head. representing Wisconsin's dairy industry. Heavy checkmark, a wheel of cheese, nodding to Wisconsin's famous cheese heritage. Heavy checkmark, an ear of corn with husk, symbolizing agriculture. Heavy checkmark, Wisconsin, 1848, and the state motto, Forward. This design celebrates Wisconsin's nickname, America's Dairyland. The 2004 Wisconsin quarter was minted in two primary facilities, Philadelphia, P. Denver, D. Proof versions were made in San Francisco, S. For collectors. The most valuable versions, including the famous extra leaf varieties, come exclusively from the Denver Mint. At first glance, the 2004 Wisconsin quarter seems ordinary. Billions were struck. But a rare variety turned what was once common into a collector's treasure. Most 2004 Wisconsin quarters, especially regular strikes from Philadelphia or Denver, are worth face value or only modestly more in high grades. But the story gets exciting when we talk about varieties, errors, and mysterious mint oddities. In late 2004, collectors discovered some Wisconsin quarters with an extra leaf on the corn stalk, a feature not part of the original design. This variety became wildly popular and has a documented history of strong auction prices. The extra leaf Wisconsin quarter is mysterious for several reasons. The extra leaf was never official. Experts debate whether it came from accidental dye damage or deliberate alteration. The U.S. Mint has never formally explained its origin. There are two versions of the extra leaf: heavy checkmark extra leaf high, leaf pointing upward; heavy checkmark extra leaf low, leaf pointing downward. These small differences require close examination to spot. Unlike modern mint errors that are usually caught before release, some quarters with the extra leaf escaped into circulation, meaning everyday collectors could have one without realizing it. Estimates suggest only a few thousand of the extra leaf varieties exist. They were never officially documented by the Mint, so the population remains partly mysterious. Now let's break down the true market values, from most coins to the rarest. Most 2004 Wisconsin quarters, especially those without any special variety, are worth $0.25, 50 cents, normal worn coins, $1, $5, uncirculated mid-grade, even mid-grade MS-63. MS-64 coins from NGC or PCGS usually trade for only modest premiums. Coins graded by NGC or PCGS with strong luster and know where can be much more valuable. MS-65, $10, $1.50 plus MS-66, $50, $1.50 MS-67, $150 to $900 plus, depending on grading company and eye appeal. NGC price guide for standard Denver coins. NGC coin. These are the coins everyone talks about. Extra leaf high variety circulated, $50, $1.50 plus uncirculated, $90, $2.75 plus certified, up to $1, $200 in top grades. NGC coin. Extra leaf low variety circulated, $50, $100 plus uncirculated, $100, $300 plus certified top grades, up to $1, $200 plus. NGC coin. The most famous auction results for these varieties include Small Blue Diamond Low Leaf, MS-67, sold $6,000 at Heritage Auctions, 2020, Pioneer Worldwide. Small Blue Diamond High Leaf, MS-66, sold $2,530, 2006, Pioneer Worldwide. Small Blue Diamond Graded Straight Denver Quarter, no variety, up to around $699 at auction. Fox 9 Minneapolis St. Paul. Small Blue Diamond Records Standard Philly Coin, around $1,495, no variety. Fox 9 Minneapolis St. Paul. These prices show how dramatic a rarity premium can be compared to ordinary coins. While the most famous variety is the extra leaf, other error types can also be valuable. Coins struck off-center, where the design is only partially visible, can be worth $1.50, $500 plus. Depending on severity and date visibility, these errors occur when a planchet shifts before striking. If a coin is struck without a collar, it can spread outward. Values: $1.75, $300 plus. Based on how dramatic the spread is when a coin is struck twice in slightly different positions, can fetch hundreds to thousands. For dramatic examples, raised lines or blobs from cracked dies can add value, typically tens to hundreds, depending on prominence. Each of these error coins must be examined carefully. Sometimes errors that look dramatic are just damage from circulation. Professional grading helps confirm true mint errors. Here's your step-by-step treasure hunter checklist. Laughing face equals Denver. Most extra leaf errors come from here. P equals Philadelphia. No known extra leaf variety from this mint. S equals San Francisco proof. Collector's value proofs 2. NGC coin. The extra leaf appears on the heavy checkmark left side of the ear of corn. Heavy checkmark extra leaf high. Leaf pointing upward. Heavy checkmark extra leaf low. Leaf pointing downward. Coin value checker. Use a magnifying glass or phone macro to inspect the detail. Coins with strong original luster, no scratches, and sharp detail are more valuable, especially in MS66, MS67 range. To truly unlock high values, hundreds to thousands, submit the coin to Heavy Checkmark PCGS. Heavy Checkmark NGC certification confirms authenticity of varieties and assigns an official grade. Let's look at some documented record sales. Moneybag $6,000 at Heritage, January 2020, one of the highest verified prices for this variety. Pioneer worldwide. Moneybag $2,530 at Heritage, July 2006, an early landmark sale. Pioneer worldwide. Moneybag top auction price near $699 in collector sales. Fox 9 Minneapolis St. Paul, moneybag up to $1,495 for an outstanding, full specification example. Fox 9 Minneapolis St. Paul, these show how dramatically prices rise when a coin is either rare condition or rare variety. Most 2004 Wisconsin quarters are still worth 25 cents in everyday circulation, but rare error and variety coins tell a different story. You might be holding hundreds or even thousands of dollars in your hand, because even modern coins from the 2000s can hide rare gems worth big money.